So this is really funny. What do we do about all the rage and vitriol targeted at Israel on college campuses? Well, there's a new House Republican bill proposing a solution. The new Republican bill would send any person charged and convicted for illegal activity on a college campus in relation to campaigning against Israel to Gaza. Send them to Gaza for at least 6 months. Republican Representative Andy Ogles from Tennessee introduced the bill on Wednesday alongside a few others in response to the anti-Israel demonstrations on college campuses across the country. Several of those protests have turned violent, with clashes between police and activists, as well as hundreds of activists being arrested across multiple campuses. And while Ogle's bill does not mention Israel or the anti-Israel groups, it specifically targets unlawful activity on college campuses after October the 7th, 2023, when Hamas militants invaded Israel in a surprise attack that killed over 1,000 people, as well as took hundreds hostage. Those convicted will be forced to serve a minimum 6-month community service sentence in Gaza, where Israel is currently waging a brutal campaign to eradicate Hamas and rescue the remaining Israelis that terrorists took hostage in October. Students, quote, Ogle says, students have abandoned their classes to harass other students and disrupt campus-wide activities, including university commencement ceremonies nationwide. Enough is enough, he told the press. He said, that's why I introduced legislation to send any person convicted of unlawful activity on the campus of an American university to Gaza to complete a minimum of 6 months community service. Weber added, if you support a terrorist organization and you participate in unlawful activity on campuses, you should get a taste of your own medicine. I'm going to bet that these pro-Hamas supporters wouldn't last a day, but let's give them an opportunity. The bill is likely to face uncertain odds in the House, where Republicans hold a razor-thin majority of just 1 seat. Even if it passed, the Democrat-controlled Senate will almost certainly ignore it. It is an example, however, of the heightened tensions racking the US over Israel's war with Hamas. The college protests here have garnered bipartisan criticism from virtually all Republicans and a significant number of Democrats. But progressives have continued to show strong support for the students and other activists on campus. Comments by Representative Ilhan Omar, for example, referring to some Jewish students as pro-genocide, have earned her a GOP-led censure resolution, which was filed on Tuesday. Her fellow squad members, Rashida Tlaib and others, have also been censured for their comments about Israel in the wake of October 7th. Now, this was reported by the New York Post, and what do you think? It's an interesting suggestion, and it shows that there really are a huge amount of good, upstanding people, Israel supporters in America that want to do something to turn back the tide, to approach this issue with strength and boldness, because sometimes that's the only language people can understand. I'd love to know what you think about this creative approach to dealing with hatred and anti-Semitism. I definitely think that the key theme here, which this definitely seems to be touching on, is people need to face reality and not look at all these issues through rose-tinted glasses, through ignorance, through hatred, or through what they want the situation to be. I think part of the problem that we see with many people who are like on the far left and operate in a paradigm where the supposed victim is always in the right and whoever has less power is always in the right. Life isn't that straightforward. It's not that simple. And so what happens is people project onto reality what they want it to be rather than what it actually tells us. People want it to be the case that it's just Hamas that's the problem. It's not a widespread issue among civilians. They're all innocent. It's just Hamas. No, there's a widespread issue in the society of Gaza where there's widespread support for Hamas, for what they did on October 7th, and sympathy for wanting to annihilate the Jews. And I'm not saying this on a whim. I'm not making it up. This is what polling tells us. This is what the evidence tells us. This is what IDF soldiers who go into every home and fight tell us is the case. So the key thing is that people need to become more in touch with reality and the truth. So if this will help in doing that, maybe it's a interesting suggestion. Let me know what you think. Please comment with your thoughts on this proposed legislation, and I'll try and respond to them, and hopefully we can start a conversation. But please, whatever you're able to do, comment, like, subscribe, share the video, all these things. It really helps to get us into the algorithm, to grow JTV, to get the message out there, to do what I was just saying, to get the truth more out there. And also, if you are able to, something that you could really do to go the extra mile in helping us spread the message, spread the truth, is by clicking the join button below this video, where you can become a member of JTV. There's 2 different options, and they have various perks. And aside from the perks, you'll also be able to partner with us in helping to grow JTV and invest more in promoting it, in creating different types of content. And we're exploring all different options in terms of what we can do moving forward, but we can only really do it with your support. So please do consider that. And I look forward to having a conversation below this video in the comments. Hi, thank you so much for watching. To watch another one, click here. To stay up to date with all our content, click here to subscribe. And if you're able to, you can help support JTV to grow and grow by clicking join below this video, where you can become a member and get perks including early access to videos and private live discussions with me. But most of all, you'll be partnering with us on our mission to change the world.